We are staying on top of breaking news for WUSA 9 News at 5. At least 7 people are hurt as crews continue to battle a massive fire at a scrapyard in Lorton, Virginia. Sky 9 has been tracking the spread of the smoke for 4 hours now. Thanks for joining us on WUSA 9 and streaming on WUSA 9 Plus. I'm Annie Yu.
And I'm Rafael Sanchez Cruz. Leslie and Lorenzo have the evening off. It's just in the last half hour, Fairfax County Fire ordered anyone within a mile of the scrapyard to shelter in place, and they're telling us this is going to remain in place for at least 3 hours.
That's right, and we also know that Richmond Highway is currently shut down in both directions between Gunston Road and Hassett Street. Matt Gregory has been on the ground at the scene for the last hour and a half. And Matt, we just heard from the deputy fire chief and got an update. We know that the fire is contained, but the situation is far from over.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very difficult fire. The chief wanted to point that out in that this is at a recycling plant, right? It was a scrapyard, a metal scrap pile. He said it would contain with things like plastic and vehicles that they're having a hard time cooling down. Yes, it's under control, but it's going to take some time. But I want to show you what we're dealing with right now. As you can see, there's still smoke billowing out of the back of what is Davis Industries recycling plant. Let me walk you through sort of what we saw today, and we'll go above with Chopper 9 right now to give you an idea that around 1 o'clock, a fire broke out in one of the scrapyard piles near a heavy crane. There's a big crane there for moving the materials. Now, at this particular scrapyard, there was an operator in the crane when this happened. Witnesses tell me they saw him trapped inside the crane, and that's when folks had to work fast to get fire crews here. But the issue is that over the next couple of minutes, the wind, as the fire chief told us, helped to accelerate the flames, and it moved quickly through this pile. They've been here since about 1:10, 1:15. That's because that's when crews got here. And we saw hundreds of firefighters here, roughly 150 I'm told, 68 apparatuses including foam. And so you have your normal pumper trucks because there are no fire hydrants around here. Then you have, of course, the foam trucks meant to get these things under control. But because of the materials that are burning, it created sort of a toxic environment for people right near the flames. And that's why right now we still have the shelter in place as they monitor air levels around here. But even people in the neighborhood started hearing these sirens and scanners going off that told them something wasn't right. Take a listen to what neighbors told us.
I heard a lot of traffic that I don't normally hear. You know, a lot of firefighters coming here and a lot of hazmat and different stuff. So I was just curious to see, you know, what's going on here. I hope that no one gets hurt or no one's injured, and it looks like there's enough people to take care of it. You know, hopefully it'll be okay.
Now, unfortunately, he was hoping no one was hurt. We do know there were 7 victims. One of them was a firefighter. He was taken in stable condition to a nearby hospital. Another 5 workers here at the Davis Industries recycling plant also taken. As of right now, we're told they're in stable condition. But one, the worker that was in the crane that they had to rescue, we're told that Fairfax County fire crews had to actually get a ladder truck and a bucket up to him to rescue him. He had passed out inside the crane. He unfortunately has life-threatening injuries tonight. Now, what's going on right now? If we can come back out, and I want to show you, you can still see the smoke. You can see some of the debris floating. The fire is essentially under control, we're told. That's why we saw a foam truck leaving earlier. We've seen a lot of crews coming out of here. But this is the difficult part. This is a metal scrap pile, a metal scrap heap that they are working on behind me over here to cool down. In order to cool that down, it's going to take several hours. They have a crane back there actively picking up pieces of the pile. Then the fire crews hit it with water and attempt to cool it down, because with the plastic and with all of the other elements, you know, there's motor oil because there are vehicles back there. The fire is contained in these piles that have to be taken apart by layer. They call it delayering, and used, then water and foam have to hit it to cool it down. That's what they'll be doing over the next couple of hours, delaying the piles to cool them down to make sure that it's a safe scene here. We're going to see fire crews here throughout but I'm told at this point, 7 people injured. One of them had life-threatening injuries. The other 6, including 1 firefighter, stable condition in nearby hospitals. And at this point, the fire's under control, but we're working, or rather the fire crews here are working to cool those piles down to make sure that it doesn't get out of control again. But again, one of the things they were fighting all afternoon, this wind that you can see blowing my hair, an accelerant for the flames. Those are the issues they're dealing with. We'll have more coming up in a half hour. But for now, in Lorton, Maryland, I'm Matt Gregory, or Lorton, Virginia, rather. Sorry, Lorton, Virginia. Matt Gregory, back to you.
Yeah, Matt, it's still too early to call the cause of that fire also worth mentioning. I know, huge concern for people out there.
All right, Matt Gregory with the latest. Thanks so much. We'll check back in with you. Meanwhile,